200-meter breaststroke.
Certainly the huge favorite, Todd. The only swimmer in the prelims to go under 37 seconds for each of her last 3 50s. Nobody else even went under 37 on any of the 50s. So it's going to be a huge favorite here.
Several of the women putting down personal best this morning. Lane number 1 will be Andy Cottrell. One of those swimmers mentioned getting a personal best this morning. In lane number 2, Emma Rainey, swimming out of Notre Dame. She was the NCAA champion this past year. Kaylin Burchell, Alabama swimmer, also a personal best this morning in prelims. In lane number 4, the bronze medalist from the Worlds in 2013, Micah Lawrence. And an Olympian in 2012. Lane number 5, it'll be Bria Larson. Picked up a gold medal in the relays at London, 6th in this event. Lane number 6, personal best also in prelims from UGA, Melanie Margalis. In lane number 7, the former Tennessee Vol, Molly Hannes. And rounding out the field in lane number 8, it'll be Annie Laser.
And you think about Micah and what she's done the last couple years. So good in this distance to 200. This is her race, her best shot to make the team. Such a great kick behind her. You see Bria Larson, who is also a tremendous sprinter. This is not her best race, although she's got a lot of speed. She should be out first at the 50. Got that early speed, but Micah has that combination of once she turns at the 50, she doesn't have that drop dead speed that Bria has, but boy, she's so good on that back half of the race. You mentioned Emma Rainey. She's the American record holder in the yard version in the 200 breast. She's right there. She's a teammate of Micah Lawrence, at least in the summer. You mentioned she went to Notre Dame, but in the summer she's swimming at Swim Mac there, and so you know that they push each other day in and day out. That's really up to Bria Larson to set the tone early and just to try to hold off not only Micah Lawrence but the rest of the field. Boy, Bria's really going out for it now. She was out fast in the prelims and even faster here at 32.5.
Bria Larson has the lead. Molly Hannes is pulling to second place, and Bria Larson on world record pace at the 50. So the center of your screen, Bria Larson has the lead here in the women's 200-meter breaststroke.
Looks very easy right now, Bria Larson. She doesn't have that dramatic up and down motion. She travels forward with the breaststroke, just not that up and down feeling. And this is where Micah usually has a great back half of the race. She was out a little slower than she was in the prelims. Bria out about a second faster than she was, so she looks very good, and nobody even close to her. So at this point, to make the national team, you only have to make the top 3. So Bria Larson looking really good to make that team in this event.
The big question coming up to the final 50, Rowdy Gaines, can Micah Lawrence reel in Bria Larson?
And that's, you're so right about that, Doc, because you look at the prelims, she came home in 36.9, Bria was 38.3 on the last 50. She does that here, Micah will go by her, but Bria has built this lead, which gives you confidence. There's no doubt it gives you confidence, so all of a sudden Micah's gonna have to make up a lot of room this last 50, and here she comes.
Micah Lawrence, lane 5 for the white cap, closing in on Bria Larson. Margalis also having a great swim in lane number 6, but it's all eyes on lanes 4 and 5. Micah Lawrence and Bria Larson coming down to the final meters, and now it is Micah Lawrence who has pulled ahead. 5 meters to go. And at the wall, it will be Micah Lawrence getting the win over Bria Larson. What a comeback on the final 50.
So Micah Lawrence, 2:23.05, 6th fastest time in the world this year. Second is
Melanie Margalis in there for 3rd, but it is Micah Lawrence, Bria Larson going 1 and 2.
Again, the time's not important here. Everybody starts to look at pedestrian time, so to speak. couple of top 10 times in the world this year for Bria and Micah. Here's the 100 turn. Bria out real fast, and you get the most movement, the most speed when you come off that wall. You're carrying that speed on that pullout as well. And that pullout is so important because that's the strongest part and the power phase of the stroke. And there's Bria coming off the wall. You knew she was starting to tire. She wasn't getting that length of stroke. She wasn't getting that great distance per stroke as she normally gets. See how low she's coming up? And she's starting to flatten out, and here comes Micah right there, that big swimmer coming there where she has that top speed right there, right when she starts to make that motion forward. Not a time where she's probably going to be happy with. It's still way over her best time, which is 2:21, but she punched her ticket to Australia, and that's all that matters. And so did Bria.
So the final results in the women's 200-meter breaststroke. Micah Lawrence gets the win at 2:23.05. Bria Larson checks in for third, and Melanie Margalis gets third place. Micah is now standing by with our Carolyn Mano.
Micah, congratulations to you. You saw how fast Bria Larson went out. What was going through your mind in those last 50 meters?
The last 50? Just stick to the plan. That's all it was.
Is it difficult to do that when you see somebody get out that fast?
Absolutely. I mean, she did throw me off a bit. The first 150 was a little bit harder than it should have been. But, you know, that's the nature of the game. You got to race.
You won a bronze medal at the World Championships last summer in this event. You've now earned a spot at the Pan Pacs this summer. How important is this international competition?
Oh, it's just great experience, and you know, any international competition is a great experience for, you know, the Olympics and such.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, award ceremony for the women's 200-meter breaststroke. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the awards tonight in breaststroke is a 3-time Olympian, 7-time Olympic medalist, also a double gold medalist. She hails from our host club, the Irvine Nova Aquatics. Ladies and gentlemen, Amanda Beard. Placing 8th from Auburn University Swim Club at 2:30.30, Annie Laser. 7th for the University of Alabama at 2:29.29, Kaylin Burchell. Placing 6th for Swim Mac Carolina and Notre Dame at 2:29.27, Emma Rini. Placing 5th for Louisville at 2:29.15, Andy Cottrell. Finishing 4th for Tennessee Aquatics at 2:29.06, Molly Hannes. Your 3rd place finisher from St. Petersburg in Georgia, 2:25.27, Melanie Margalis. Your runner-up from Aggie Swim Club, time of 2:24.16, Bria Larson. And your 2014 Phillips 66 national champion, representing Swim Mac Carolina and Texas Gold, 2:23.05, the winning time for Micah Lawrence. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and help me congratulate our top 8 and your Phillips 66 national champion, Micah Lawrence.